doing different wheelies or manual variations, some handstand tricks, and that was freestyle at the time.
I remember I did my run, and I remember looking at the judges, and they were looking at my board and not me.
It was on a whole nother level. When I first seen him skate, I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Most people get on a skateboard, they stand on the deck, and they remain on the deck. Rodney looked at the board and went, I can ride every side of this. I can ride the nose standing up, I can ride the tail standing up, I can ride it upside down, I can ride on the edge.
So I did my run. So they gave me scores that, whoa, they put me in first place. And I remember driving back, and I had this trophy going, I don't think I deserve this, but I did what I did. I did what I meant to do. And in my heart, there was closure. And I was saying goodbye and flew away. Then I didn't skate anymore.
You stopped?
Yeah. What he says goes. I got a call. Skate News, some little, wasn't even a magazine, called from California. And I remember, Ronnie, come inside. Long distance from California. They want to interview you. Just, wow. And that's where I said it. Because, hey, I guess you shouldn't stop now.
Because all of the guys lived in different cities and different states, what would happen is every time there was a contest, I would fly them to Los Angeles, and we would drive all over the state of California going to contests.
Coming in from Florida and flying in and seeing the guys and seeing what they would do, I would just look at them go. And just kind of be there feeling so privileged, cruising around the Volvo.
It was like I found a home of misfits.
There was clashes between us at times, spending too much time on the road. I mean, Lance and I had butted heads many times.
Mike was bummed I was on the team, and I knew it. And so I teased him.
We did get in some little quarrels, but I liked being part of a team. I liked that feeling of being with a group of guys competing against each other, but at the end of the competition, we're leaving as friends as a team.
I took care of them. I was the camp counselor. When we would go to these contests, I'd work with them. I'd help them design their runs.
Everything was about competition then. That's it. I felt like I had to get into a competition mode. I had to get the tricks. I knew that I could make every time, so it was more of a conservative style of skating for me. And then once the contest was over, I was at the park the next day learning like 3 new tricks.
I wasn't on that same level at all. That's what it felt like to me. I don't like mastering tricks. I don't like practicing them and having them down. As soon as I have them down, they feel wrong. They feel old. They feel worthless. And there's too much effort put in to win.
It was tough at times. I mean, I remember, competing in Texas, throwing up behind the ramp. Come back up, oh, I'm good. A couple of kids, saw what was going on.
Why were you throwing up?
I knew if I didn't do well in those contests that I was going to drift away in that jungle of Florida that I grew up in trying to skate. And it just wasn't happening. I was going to follow my dream.
I have 36 trophies, or had. I have 0 trophies because I threw them away or gave them away because I hate them.
It was like a drug. I want to keep winning. So how can I keep winning? I love that it gave me this thrill to be successful.
Whenever I entered a contest, I always went in thinking I'm going to win. Always. You have to. Otherwise, what's the fucking point?
I think it was just always I had this thing where I wanted to seek the approval of the best of the industry. And the guys that were the best of the best, they got their picture in the magazine.
These guys were amateurs, but people were looking at them going, they're as good as the pros.
There were some just incredible skateboarders. The talent was undeniable. And that's why I shot them. It didn't matter whether they were amateurs or not. I'm not going to shoot a picture of some fucking idiot who can't even ride just because he's getting a lot of money.
We dominated the magazines not on anything but our sheer talent.
These little guys on my team, these no-names, were making a gigantic splash in skateboarding because no one had ever seen them before. And no one had ever seen the moves that they were doing. I mean, Alan Gelfand invented the ollie when he was an amateur. He invents the trick of the century when he was an amateur.
People didn't understand the ollie. They thought it was trick photography.
When you hear about this new hot kid that had this interesting trick that no one even heard of before, you know, you're going to be skeptical. And then you see this guy, Alan Gelfand, this little Jewish kid from Hollywood, Florida.
I mean, when we saw the ollie, it was insane. So I was like, yo, look at that kid. He's flying in the air without even touching his board.
Once I saw it, that was it. I had to learn it. And then, where did we go from there?
I had reached a point in my career where I had learned every single trick that was ever invented, and then you start thinking, like, what else can you do?
Caballero, at 16 years of age, invents the Caballero. He takes what Alan Gelfand's done, the ollie, and now he does it in the air 360 ollie.
When he did the Caballero, I'm still today like blown away because I still can't do it.
For me, Caballeros were a game changer because it made you realize you can do difficult spinning maneuvers or technical maneuvers without grabbing the board. Tony, you know, to see him develop was really something.
He had all these little progressive little flip tricks and spins, and you could tell he was like a different type of skateboarder, more like technical. He got made fun of a lot by other people just because of the tricks he did.
He was doing things that at the time people didn't understand, and so they labeled what he did as circus tricks.
Yeah, I didn't like him, you know. I didn't like his style. He was just an annoying little fucking kid with way too many pads on.
And it wasn't like he was this famous, established guy who could go, okay, he's going to have a couple of haters. It was like, here's a guy on the up and up, and his peers are smacking him down already.
It was a bummer for me that these guys I looked up to were like, he's kind of a joke.
He had a lot of people against him, and he had a lot of people that didn't like him because his father was Frank Hawk.
Over Frank Hart. He's the head of the National Skateboard Association. Frank, what's up, banana? Say the cheer.
Gentlemen,